Boom. Oh, oh, wait. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We got another interview today. I can't say avatar creator, but we have an interview. um, Sorry that took so long. A lot happened for the both of us.
A lot of technical difficulties on both ends. So fun.
Yeah. we
The
both
quest
had
life is great.
we both had some issues, but we are here. So first things first is what's your name and what's your store page called?
Well, my name is Artemis.fbx, or Arts and Fandoms. I use both, but mainly Artemis.fbx. My PayHip store is also called Artemis.fbx, and that's like all of my social medias everywhere is Artemis.fbx. So, yeah.
Yeah. And if y'all have questions, go ahead and ask away. So if anything comes up, ask questions. Feel free. I'll do my best to get to them. What made you come up with that name?
Well, funny enough, I wanted to change my former name, Arts and Fandoms, because I had that name since I was like middle school. Because it's like I like art and I like fandoms, but what made me want to change it is like I thought it was childish and I didn't want to keep it. So I was like thinking of different names and how to combine arts and like different like types of words. I went to Darcy's server, and some person I was like, "Oh, what about the name Artemis?" And I was like, "Huh, that's actually pretty cool. You don't see a lot of Artemises like on social media." And I'm like, I could put the FBX at the end of it because like certain places it's already taken, like Discord. So when I was switching my stuff, I'm putting FBX because there's no Artemis FBX. So that's what made me come up with the name Artemis FBX because it still has art in the name,
Mm-hmm. I love
and
that.
people
Love
must
that.
call me Arts.
Love that. Love that. Um. Well, how long have you been creating textures?
Um, I've made textures for a bit, like in the beginning of 2023, but I didn't start selling them until the end of December of 2023, beginning of January of 2024 is when I really started selling. I sold most of my textures on Gumroad previously. I still have it, but most of my free stuff is on there since the whole money and AI stuff was going on Gumroad.
Oh
So
yeah.
I switched stores.
we love Gumroad. Also, my
Yeah.
cat is right here on my lap. So if you see me moving my hand, she's wanting
You're
pets.
petting the cat.
She's
No, you're petting
yelling
the
at me.
table.
I'm
Such a
petting.
nice
Yeah, it's
table.
such a nice
Aw,
table. Don't worry
nice
about
table.
it.
Nice
So
table.
she probably would start screaming at everyone. So be ready for that.
Meow. Meow. We
She's like,
love
"Where is that
Tiki in
coming
this
from?"
household. Meow. She's like, who's meowing? Is there another cat? You cheating
I
on
know
me?
she's like looking behind her, like, "Mom, do you hear that?"
Are you cheating on me, Mom? You got another cat?
um, what inspires you to create?
Um, there's multiple things. I mostly do eye textures. I like to use Pinterest as an inspiration, and a lot of the time I'll get an idea in my head of what I want to do. Um, but Pinterest is like a big inspiration for me, and I like anime and cute things.
Mhm.
I like drawing. So it's one of my favorite things to do.
I love that. Love that. They make good art. Pretty art. Hee hee.
Good soup.
Good soup. uh, what's your favorite texture you've made?
Ah, I like I like a lot of my eye textures. I would probably say my most recent one, the one I'm wearing right now on my avatar, is my newest eye texture you can get.
Mm,
I really like the eyes. It was inspired by a specific artist. I took a lot of inspiration from them. They're in my store description. I think it's Monarchy on Twitter. But these are like my favorite eye textures that I've made.
mm. They're super pretty. I highly recommend seeing them. Gorgeous. Uh, what is your least favorite, if you have any?
Ah, my least favorite is so easy. It's one of my body tattoo textures that I made. I can't remember the name at the moment because I've made so many textures. But it's like black, like just all black, and I want to get rid of it or just like revamp it eventually. I think it's my Eden's Garden or something like that. It's a star. It had like little stars on it and stuff. I'm
Mhm.
not I'm not a huge fan of that in some of my older work. I can't look at like my older textures that I've not sold. They're not my favorite.
You're just like, maybe not.
Yeah, it's just I had a vision. I was like, oh, this is gonna look so cool. When I finished it, I'm like, it's fine. I sold it. Like, I'm like, why did I sell it? I wish I didn't. I really, I wish I did. I may can remove it. I'll probably do that eventually. I don't
just be
think
like,
anyone used it, to be honest.
I'm just gonna push that one to the side. It's fine.
Yeah,
No one will
yeah, it
notice.
happens. I mean, you're gonna like some of your things, you're gonna not like a lot of your things. But most of my stuff I'm pretty happy with. That's the only one I'm like, ugh, gross.
um, was there a texture that surprised you that did pretty well?
Yes, it's a texture that's still up on my Gumroad that's free. It's not really bought, but it was scar textures. I didn't think scar and blood textures were so on demand, apparently.
Hmm.
Those did really well, and a couple of my eye textures also did really well on Gumroad and are still doing well. Um, I'm happy that they are. I just do this for fun. That was surprising though.
Hmm. You're like, whoa. Also, hello. We got a hi. Um,
Hello.
was there a texture that you struggled with making, but you still like pushed through it?
I would say um the hardest one was my seasonal eye texture that I made because my goal was I wanted to do different little irises and different shapes, and that was hard deciding which ones I wanted to do and having those separated and then making preset colors for all of them and then the emissions and everything, and it totaled up to a lot of different eye textures because I separated them and then I also combined them together for optimization purposes of the texture so people can have it together if they want or just separate. And that took like me the longest was those eye textures.
You're just like, ugh. uh.
Yeah, it took me like I think like 2-ish days to make them.
Hmm.
It was a
Okay,
while.
okay.
It took a bit.
Well, other than textures, what else do you do?
Well, I do regular art on the side. I love digital art. That's my primary like medium. I just love drawing. I do commissions. I have my card also in my PayHip if you want to go check it out. Any of my work. I recently updated my prices as well because I got a lot better at drawing. So, you know, if you're curious, you can look at it. I love drawing and playing video games. Right now, I'm also obsessed with Monster Hunter Wilds. The update, there's an update coming out for it soon, and I'm excited.
They made 2 emotes in Twitch. So if you're tier 1
Yeah, they're
subscriber, because
too
they're the only ones
subscribe,
that can
subscribe. You'll
put
get them.
in. Because all the free spots got taken up, but the tier 1 section had spots. So she made me those 2 of my OC. Highly recommend.
Subscribe, subscribe now.
It's super cute.
Demand you.
Do you have a dream texture that you want to make?
I want to make more body textures. There's one I want to work on really badly that's going to be coming up very shortly. I have to draw it. It's going to be kind of like a fancier way, like a fancier kind of, I guess, like tiger or like leopard type of texture for Darcy's base, and I'm going to put it on a lot of the other bases too, and the new Sivka head. I'm going to be making a lot of stuff for the new Sivka head as well. And I also I plan on making zodiac eyes and body texture as a kind of like collection set very shortly because I
Ooh,
love astrology. I love
I love that.
stars and stuff.
I'm excited to see all that. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, do you do anything outside of VR chat? Minus also drawing too, because
I like play video games with my friends. I like going on walks outside, especially right now since the weather is fairly nice where I live for now. I live in a very dry, hot, 100-degree weather climate, and then after that, it's not fun anymore, so I'm taking advantage of spring. I love spring. So that's what I usually do. Primarily just still draw. Even like if I'm not doing commissions, I just draw. I love drawing. It's my addiction. my fingers haven't died yet.
Yet. What's your goal when you're making the textures?
Really, I don't really have a goal. I just more so like having fun. I like just doing them in general. It's not really like I would be like I like whenever like I like people buy them and all that. I haven't seen them really out in the wild yet. Though we don't get on as much in Publix as I used to because Publix are yee.
They're scary.
But whenever I see people like get them and like they're like, "Oh my god, your work is like so good," and like, "I love your eye textures," or like, "I love your textures," and funny enough, I've had people like, "Oh, I've seen your stuff on like Inksy or like Gumroad," like, I'm like, "You have really cool like eye-catching thumbnails and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, appreciate it." But yeah, I like making them. Like it's just fun. It's one of my other ways to kind of put my art on something and kind of have like my legacy pushed out because that's one of my goals is like I want to leave a little bit of me behind when I draw. It's like I love art. I draw a lot of women. Draw a lot of women and eyes. Eyes are like my favorite thing to draw, I would say. They're my signature thing. I have so many eye textures. They take me the least longest. The most longest it takes me is body textures, and then like face textures are like it's depending.
I just thought of like 2 new questions I should add onto for texture people. Uh, how long do you think? Like, how long does it take for a body texture, and how long does it take for a head texture?
Well, it's all depending. I don't really like making like arm sleeve textures or like full like covered body textures. I'm much more minimal. Like I like one arm, like I like asymmetry. Like I really like drawing flowers, different designs. But that can take between sometimes maybe an hour or even sometimes like 2 days for me, depending on
Okay,
how
okay.
big I want it or how simple I want it. And if I'm doing more than one,
Yeah.
because I like going back and forth.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Uh,
fair.
eye textures probably depending, because I like also taking inspiration off of anime. Anime is always a big inspiration for me with like how they draw eyes, and I'll look at Pinterest. That could take time, but eye textures for the most part, if I'm like really want to do something cool, they'll probably take me like 2 hours plus because I also draw and work on my thumbnails by hand when I take like screenshots in Unity and then like I take those, put them in my drawing program that I make same textures in. Um, and then that can also take a little bit more time as well.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, because I was like curious because everyone has like different takes of how long they take their textures for and all that stuff. So it's interesting to see like how long it takes y'all
And like
for.
face textures take me probably like an hour-ish to do, depending on again the complexity and if I want to do multiple. Like the Valentine's Day set back in back at the beginning of February of 24, and I did it for like multiple heads, so I also had to refit the texture onto that, like the face, and then pretty much I had to duplicate multiple times, refit it, and like just like make sure it actually looks good on the face.
Mhm.
I'm still learning, but it's fun. I'm having a good time.
Okay, okay. And then the other new one that I got before I asked my last one, so you have two more. Go by quick. um,
It's fine.
the other one is out of making textures for all the bodies and bases. Which body and base do you really enjoy like making textures for?
Um, I would say probably Darcy's new base is pretty easy, understandable and stuff, easy to read. Before it used to be like old Panda Bear version 1 base because the way it's cut out, um certain body textures are a little more harder for me to work with when I'm making a tattoo or like a face texture because some people map them like all together where like the seams are there and I kind of get is this the elbow or is this the like underarm right here or I'm like is this the foot like the front upper part of the foot or underneath the foot, so sometimes it gets a little confusing, but I've gotten better at finding it out. I would say those are like the easiest bases to work with. Is like Darcy's new base. And like I would say Zinpia's base textures have gotten a lot easier over the years. They are still like, oh man, when you first look at it,
Yeah.
but they're a lot easier.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
I would say head textures are also most of them are fairly easy to understand. You're like, oh, that's the eyes. That's just the regular face. That's the back of the skull. So
Mhm.
heads are a lot easier.
I just thought of a new one. What do you use to make your textures?
I'm a brokey. I don't use Substance Painter. I would love to use Substance Painter, but I use IBSI Paint X, a free drawing program that you can get on Google Play Store. It's a drawing program I've used for the last, I'd say, 5 to 6 years. Same drawing program that I um I use to this day. I draw with my thumb. I don't use a stylus. I draw with my thumb. I'm not kidding you. I draw with my thumb. How do you get straight lines? Stabilizer tool is your best friend.
Oh
And
my
I also
goodness.
use a Kindle Fire tablet. I don't have a fancy art tablet either. It goes to show you don't really need expensive fancy things to make
Make things,
things.
yeah.
You can think of creatively outside of the box. So yeah, I use a Kindle Fire, IBS Paint X, and I draw with my thumb.
I love that. And then my last question is, who's the avatar you look up to or your favorite? Could be assets, textures,
Textures.
avatars, anything.
Um, I would say who got me started it all with like my fascination and wanting to learn inspiration to actually make textures and just wanting to actually post them and publish them and just avatars in general, like the concept of making something and like able to sell it, any form of art, was Darcy and Kiani. Those were my very two first inspirations, and I still love their work to this day.
Hmm.
They were definitely a big inspiration, and for like how good quality of textures, would say Ming, Yin Yang, and what's her name? Mana. Oh, it's like Mana. Ah, it was Manalala. I don't Manala or something like that. I can't name. Okay, it's like Manala, something like that. I
Hmm.
really like their textures too. I also really like Darcy's text or not textures. Oh, she does make them, but I really like her assets and stuff. I have a lot of her avatars and textures, and like Kiani's work too. Like I have a lot of her older and newer models as well.
Hmm.
So those I would say are some of my big inspirations.
Okay,
But
okay.
also I would say too recently Nova Pi and GM. They make really cool characters. I want to do that so badly. That's why I'm learning Blender and Unity because I want to make my OCs into like characters and give them lore and stuff and like actually have them function together. I find that concept so cool that
I
like when
did.
people do that,
I do
it's
too.
it's it's so cool.
I'm a
They
sucker
make
for
really
it.
nice stuff. Oh my god.
I
Nova
love
Pi
their
makes
stuff.
great hair. You should buy Nova Pi's hair. I have one of her hairs. They're so cute.
She has a free one, so you can be able to test out a free one. It's
Yes.
very pretty.
Yes, it's I have that one and I can't wait to use it.
Yeah, very good,
I
very
haven't
good.
used it yet, but I want to.
Well, those are all the questions
It
I
also comes
have.
with animal ears.
Oh, oh yeah, that's true.
Sorry.
That's very true. It does come with ears. Um, those are all the questions I have. If y'all have questions, go ahead and ask away. No one said anything, so if y'all have questions, ask, ask, ask. But we're now at the part. If you have any questions for me, you could ask me questions. Same with chat. If y'all have questions as well, go ahead and ask. So,
I have my first question already.
first
How do you
answer.
feel the fact that you just hit 500?
It's still it's still crazy to me. Um, because obviously I made my announcement in my server, and then
Mm-hmm.
people like my family that are not part of like the like VR chat or anything like that, I made an announcement on Facebook, and I got so
Aw.
many messages where they were just like, "Oh my god, I'm so proud of you! Like, did you think you'd
Aw.
be hitting it?" I was like, "My goal this year was to hit 500, not hitting 500 at the beginning of the year." I was like, I was thinking
Hey,
the
you
end.
work you work hard. You deserve it. Congratulations. Like
Totally
you
did
you
not
deserved
cry.
it. Like no, you I know you're a crybaby. Not in a mean way. Not in a
No, I
mean
know
way.
what
I
you
know
mean.
you cry.
I know what you mean. And y'all got a lucky um surprise from LPB. She farted
Lupus
on
baby.
stream with her avatar.
I remember that. I watched that recently. That was funny.
Yeah,
You
she's
guys
like,
are
I don't want to.
crazy.
She's like, I don't want to take your moment, but here you go.
What what's your next goal to hit if you have one?
Well, see you undead is like you're gonna hit 1,000, and I'm like, no, that's too far. Um, with how hitting 500 went, that's in the horizon, and now because
Yeah.
I
I
think it's
mean,
probably
you work
a
hard.
thousand.
You have like
Oh,
is such a like niche, but like you tapped into a good market that no one really tapped into.
mm-hmm,
Most people were like interview avatar creators for like videos. It's not really, they like kind of get into it, but nothing like crazy. But having someone like you who's really big in the community is like perfect because you have you know a lot of people and like asking creators who yeah they have a big part in this game. They
huge.
literally make models for it, like without kind of like this small part of the community you wouldn't really have anything really nice or like things that fit people or like that make people feel like them because
Mm-hmm.
it's a nice demographic. So what you're doing is great, like this is great. And it works.
And
And
I
like
love it.
use like showcasing models is like cool. Like you don't see a lot of people doing that on Twitch. If you know what's going on Twitch, most people are not to be mean.
Hot tub
You
streams.
hustle, you do your hustle, but most people are wiggling their body. Uh you do your hustle, but having someone like actually have a podcast is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with wiggle streamers, by the way. Not my cup of tea. You get your bag, but it's nice having more
Oh,
wholesome,
that was
more
going to say
like
wholesome type.
different variety content, talking and stuff. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really good what you're doing.
Yeah, like I said, I've really been enjoying it. It's getting to meet one, obviously, a lot of creators I haven't actually met. I look up to their stuff and everything, but like, it's interesting to hear their side of their stories of things. And like I've mentioned in my previous streams, new ones people here that don't know, uh, it's also interesting too because of the people that like they look up to that creator or even asset creator, now texture creators. Um they want to hear like what's going on behind the scenes type of thing and all that
I
stuff.
feel like I feel like texture creators sometimes don't get enough credit for what they do,
Mhm.
even though like textures are a big part of like a model. Most people make their own textures personally, like, but it's also nice being able to find something that like out there. That's why I like making textures because like I like making eyes because I know a lot of people will use like reuse the same eyes, which is fine because there's a lot of good eyes out there that people make, or like good tattoos a lot of people make, and like makeup textures and stuff. But I feel like they don't get enough credit for what they do.
Mhm.
Um, because it is a big part of a model as well as like, so a lot of people like having different tattoos and stuff. And like there's some really cool eye textures and like different stuff that people do with them. I really think like that's also another big part of the community. Like more people like should share what like their techniques and stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Um and like asset creators are great, a lot of people make assets. If we didn't have textures or assets, no one would have models. Like
Unless you make
no
your
one would have
assets
models.
yourselves,
Everyone's gonna
then
have would have to make.
yeah.
Oh my god, I would want to make assets one day. Substance painter. There's an alternative that wasn't like I have to pay. It's great. I already pay for like brushes for like my drawing program and stuff. Like
Why add?
it's free already, so it works. You can find things. Like I think another thing too is there's a lot of free stuff as well. You can use free stuff in some models. I feel like people um really dog on free assets because it's free, but they're literally a gift for the community. Not everyone can afford, all of the higher
Avatars,
end stuff.
assets. Yeah.
Yeah, and it piles up. So like free stuff is great. I That's why I make a lot of free stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I have another question.
I have another answer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um
Maybe.
um how is your model journey going? How is that turning out?
I haven't touched her in a while because I've been super busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like literally I've been working on a model, but I haven't like touched her in a while because of like interview after interview after interview and everything. So like, which I'm not complaining about. I'm happy that I've been busy doing all that stuff. I just ran into that one issue that with the weight painting because weight painting's the best.
Weight painting is so fun. I totally didn't have an issue malfunction with my outfit earlier, and that's why I'm wearing a different one.
So I ran into an issue, so hopefully I could go back to her and fix it. When I
Yeah.
get the chance, and when kind of things kind of slow down a little bit, because like I said,
Yeah.
so many live streams. I've just been so focused on getting those done, and also I
But
showcase
remember
for a
always
lot of creators.
remember to take a break because
Yeah,
you know
that's why I took Monday off because I was like, I gotta take a break. Monday is my break.
you do a lot of talking.
Oh
Your
yeah.
vocal cords, man. You need to like me moo ma like before you before you do it.
Oh yeah. So that's why I took like I do take my breaks and everything, and also like even before the stream happens, I don't really talk as much or anything. Kind of just relax and chill before I do the interviews or anything. Today I was just hanging out
Hmm.
with my sister, so it was a nice like relaxing, spending time with her.
Yeah, decompressor from talking, yapping.
Yeah, and also to kind of see her before I have my nephew. My nephew will be born next week, so I'm super excited.
Aww.
Um, so I've been hanging out with her before she's super busy with that. So
Yeah.
yeah, excited and exciting.
But what was your question if you remember? I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
Aw, I'm sorry, man.
It's
I'm a yapper.
okay. It's fine. It is completely fine. I'm making sure my chats are compiled with each other.
You're making
Could
sure your
have
chat doesn't run away from you like always.
I don't know why. Like literally, I have chat open and it turns into a small black box, and I'm like, "Come back!"
Chat, why are you so shy? Like, why you so shy? Why you like
quit running
closed? It's
away.
okay. Yeah, go run
so,
away, chat.
so that's why I have it on my phone just to make sure. Like, if that happens, I'll be like, what happened?"
You can't have your phone, yeah. The nice
Yeah.
part is the quest has a gap in it, so you get to see
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
whether
like.
or not someone's asking questions.
It's people asking questions. Y'all can still be free to ask questions. Don't be shy.
Yes, I'm not gonna bite. Well, I have teeth, but I'm not
I
gonna
was about to
bite.
say maybe. And obviously, you
Maybe.
can still ask
If y'all
questions if you
mean.
have any.
Yeah. What do you plan on doing for the weekend?
Well, my husband comes home Friday, so I'll be spending time
Mm-hmm.
with him because he's finally will be back home for being gone for a month. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be celebrating because he graduated his school that he went to. So
Oh, congrats for him. That's great.
yeah, I'll be
Damn.
spending time with him. Uh, so that's why I took Friday and Saturday off just to be safe on
Mm-hmm.
live streaming. So there be no live streams on Friday and Saturday. I'll probably also put Sunday too, just to be safe, um, and
Yeah.
everything.
Have all the time you need. Nice little
Mhm.
schedule.
Yep.
So you can do also other things.
Yeah. Be with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be coming up. Do you got plans for
Oof.
this weekend?
Mm, drawing. Yeah, I'm free. I'm not really doing anything. I use my weekends to play video games with my boyfriend. Um, Me and him have been playing Monster Hunter together. That's been fun. Once the update comes out, more Monster Hunter. Um, I'm also still getting through commissions as well.
Hmm.
I have more people who are like, I'm ready. I'm ready.
And you're
I'm
like,
like,
I'm not.
I want to pray. I'm not. I want to try something for myself.
Oh, my
Because I
mom
went
came
through
in
burnout.
clutch. My mom came in clutch. She has two
Yeah.
questions.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite animal?
Let's go, Mom. My favorite animal. Oh, that's the hardest question. I I love animals. I love animals. That's like another thing I'm passionate about is animals. Um, so it's hard. I love axolotls. I love raccoons. Raccoons. I'll probably go with raccoons. Like my favorite one right now is raccoons. I have a raccoon bag my boyfriend bought me. Its mouth opens and you can put stuff in it, and it like latches onto you. It's great.
I love that. Um, what's your favorite thing to draw?
Ladies, I like drawing pretty girls. Half of my art on my Instagram is women. I don't know. It's just I like drawing pretty girls. That's why it's like the same people who like making female avatars. They like making pretty avies, making pretty women. I
Ladies?
like I love I love drawing. I mean, I could draw dudes. I like drawing guys. It's a nice break. But I like drawing girls. Girls are fun.
He's just like, "Ah, fine, I'll draw a guy. But the lady, though."
Fine with the lady. It's been happening a lot lately. It's like I get a lady and a guy. Heck yeah.
Well, at least it's like a nice, like, switch in between, though. But,
Yeah, nice little balance.
ladies. What game are you excited to play?
I would say a game that I'm excited for to come out this year is probably the Little Nightmares 3 game. I don't know if you've heard of Little Nightmares before, but I really love the games. Funny enough, Little Nightmares, I have a drawing on my wall of 6 from that game. The little girl with the little yellow raincoat. She was my first human drawing I've ever made before I started. I used to draw a lot of animals and My Little Pony characters before I got into drawing people. And that was traditionally. I got into digital art in like 2019. Like
Okay,
2018,
okay.
19, pretty much.
Okay, okay. Exciting, exciting.
Yeah.
My mom was like typing up questions. She's like, I got these.
Chat, why are
Mom,
you so shy? Why are
I
you so
know.
shy?
Ask questions. It's okay.
I
Just
won't bite. Unless all my questions were answered. Damn.
Yeah, that is true. I know, like, same for me, because like, especially with people that have like a bigger community that's super excited to ask questions. A good majority already
Yeah.
ask questions that I usually ask. So I'm like, okay, well that one's been asked. Moving on.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's like yapping. I like
It's all
yapping.
good. And hey, people have very interesting questions, so
Yeah.
if you could design a dream bedroom, what would it be designed like? What an interesting question, mom.
Fairy lights. Like these, but not light bulbs. Like actual fairy lights. Plants. A lot of color. I want my room to kind of look like nature. I really like forests. I want mushrooms and like I always wanted one of those beds where it has like the little kind of like sticking out bed frame bits where you can like kind of tie stuff, kind of like Coraline's bed in the
Oh, the bed
movie where
frame?
she has like the little
Yeah.
bedpost.
The little
Yeah, and then
bedpost
you can
thing.
like tie stuff around it. Um, Cute stuffed animals. I already have like in my behind me by my bed is I have a lot of plushies. And like I would want shelves because I'm also a collector. I like collecting things like anime figures. Oh,
Oh.
no. Oh, strap two.
Oh.
Come back.
Okay, I'm back.
Come back.
I don't know what happened.
You
That was
died.
so
You have the
weird.
you have the Bobo strap too?
Yeah, I have
Oh,
that.
oh, my legs went burr. Where'd I go? Hold on. Hold on. My body went sideways.
Yeah, I
Oops.
don't know what happened. It just was like, okay,
Yeah,
see you later.
you
Bye.
fucking you had a stroke, man. Well,
Okay, anywho, before I was really interrupted, VR chat or
thank you. You
headset,
can't. You silly.
either one
Or
of them.
both.
Uh, what's your favorite collected item?
Littlest pet shops.
Oh my god.
I love Littlest pet shops. I collected. I had a lot when I was little. I lost a lot of my collection, but I collect a lot of the newer ones.
Hmm.
I'm glad that they brought back the older um season 2 of Littlest Pet Shops. They're so cute. I have to get the other axolotl. And
I
I
love
also
them.
collect some of the newer Monster Highs and Rainbow and Shadow High dolls because they're also really pretty.
Hmm.
And also a lot of anime figures.
Anime. Favorite anime.
Sailor Moon, because pretty eyes. I made Sailor Moon eye textures. I made the 90s and the more newer anime inspiration eyes because I love those are like the eyes. I'm like, yes, yes.
Need to make. Need to make. Yeah,
I love Sailor Moon.
same.
Great anime.
It's my favorite. I have a
So
Luna
good.
tattoo on my forearm.
I made a Luna mask when I was in high school. I had I had a pottery class or ceramics, and I made it for my teacher because she also really liked Sailor Moon.
Hmm. I
I
love
miss
Sailor
it
Moon.
though.
I miss the older one.
I have like 2, 3 Sailor Moon figures. I have Super Sailor Moon where she's doing like a classic pose. I have a Q-Paw skit of Sailor Jupiter, my favorite scout, and then Sailor Mercury. No, is it Sailor Mercury? Is it she the blue one? If I remember.
Yeah, short hair.
Yeah, yeah. Sailor
Yep.
Mercury is pretty much me. Every time I took a what Sailor Moon character are you? And never got Jupiter, so I got Mercury as well. That's who I am. I'm a nerd.
Shame. What anime was the very first one you've binged?
My very first anime I binged was Black Butler on Netflix. That was the first anime I stayed up all night watching. And it was my first manga in middle school. Was Black Butler.
Oh,
My
Black
first
Butler.
my first anime I watched was One Punch Man, but I never finished it. I watched like maybe episode 2 and that was it.
You're like, okay, that's it. Done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was seeing if anyone else had questions, but no, nothing yet. Ask away, ask away.
Ooh, I have a question for you. What is your ideal dream house if you have one?
Oh, I agree with you. I love nature stuff. I'm a huge sucker for nature stuff. Um, Probably something like this world, but with more like nature creeping in type of thing. I'm a
Mhm.
like huge sucker for like abandoned places that have like nature taking over
Yeah,
in it.
reclaiming.
Yeah. So it would be something like that.
I want to live in a tree house in the forest. I used to watch the hell out of Treehouse Masters as a kid. I'm like, people live in trees. I want to live in a tree house.
You're like,
Want to
I
live
want
like
to do
in one.
that.
They're so cool. I want to be a fairy. I literally want to be a fairy living in a treehouse. It's my dream.
I love fairies.
It's my dream.
I
I
had
love
to.
fairy too. I remember I grew up on Winx Club. That
Same.
was I love
Same.
Winx Club. I remember I had like a Stella doll and I think a Bloom doll.
A bit of a meme question. What would you name your wombat if you had one as a pet?
Like the meme. Billy Kabuler, Boobar. It's a dude that picks up a wombat and he calls him Boobar. Boobar, I guess, means beaver in I think Russian. This way was speaking. I don't know. I don't know languages. Don't ask me. I don't speak any.
Oh, we've been streaming for 50 minutes.
Damn, already? Damn.
Time goes by quick.
Doesn't time time does go by quickly. Ooh, if you were to have another animal, what would you have?
My husband and I really want to get another chinchilla. So, probably another chinchilla.
Chinchillas are so freaking cute.
Yep.
I want to pet one. I
We
want.
has one. Her name is Nezuko.
I know. I remember.
She
She's so cute.
she will be
Does she roll
like,
around in her dust bath?
yep, she does. She'll be like, "You need to get over here and pet me." You can my mom could attest cuz she was just here not too long ago. We were talking and she was so upset that my mom was not petting her. She was
Bro,
very
it's so.
upset. She's
There,
like, "You need to
it's
pet
like
me."
I never would think like a tiny little guy, like a little creature, would be like, I want love, like a freaking dog. It's like I come pet me now. I want to think chinchilla. I feel like chinchillas would be shy. They look so shy and like little tiny little hands. They just look so shy.
So when we first got her, which if everyone wants to hear a little story time about Nezuko, because I have a story time about her, um, we got her in Hawaii when we were living there for 4 years, and
Mhm.
my husband and I were both just going to look. Well, we saw that they had a chinchilla there in Hawaii, and he was like, "Babe, I want her," and I'm like, how much do you want her? And he's like, I really want her. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, let's think about it, because like we have to like figure out all the things we need for her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we finally thought about it. We are like, you know what? Let's screw it. Well, let's get her. Well, we went to go talk to somebody, and we found out that they were like, oh, you can have her. There's a thing though. We're like, oh, what's up? They're like, oh, she's been returned 3 times. And I'm like, oh.
Aww.
We were like, oh,
Oh
okay.
no.
And they were like, yeah, if you do decide to get her, let us, like, if you do decide to get her, and you decide like the 2 weeks, if she's not a fit for you and you return her, the next family that gets her, they have to keep her. And we were like, oh. So we were like, okay, let's think about it longer, because like that really puts like a huge like, okay, that's something that needed to be taken seriously. So we walked around the store for a little bit, talking and all that stuff, and like it got me to the thought, because in Hawaii, a lot of people don't know, um, a lot of animals there get let go, especially if with military, because it's so hard to move with an animal, especially to Hawaii. Hawaii is very,
when you go from place to place,
strict, like really restricted on like making sure all your animals are fully vaccinated and all that stuff. They've never had a case of rabies, and they're keeping it that way.
Oh wow!
So
no, that's good.
It's also sad because there's a lot of animals, dogs, cats, been let go, around in Hawaii, because like soldiers can't take them. So we were like, okay, if we really want to keep her, we have to keep her. Like I can't have the thought of like the possibility of like the next family getting her, it not working out, can't return her, and just letting her go. She would be killed.
And she wouldn't survive, because tropics aren't their, I think, natural climate. Especially
mountains, cold mountains.
Yeah, they live in mountains. That's why they have fur, and Hawaii is hot.
Very
That's
hot.
so sad.
So we were like, okay, let's do it. And we were like curious of like why the other families returned her and everything, because she was we got her at a good discount. Like usually chinchillas tiny that they sell at the store are $200, because we just saw one today. And we were there. She was like 150 because of how many times she got returned. And we were like, okay. So we were like, what happened with the other families? They're like, we don't know, but they mentioned they had kids, and we're like, oh, okay. So I had a feeling that possibly with chinchillas, like when you're meeting them or whatnot, especially for like newer people, they kind of have to like smell you, and then sometimes they will bite, sometimes they won't. It just really depends on how they feel. So we were like, oh, possibility that she probably bit one of them, not knowing chinchillas do that, and just returned her. Found out it was shorter than a day. So she got returned super fast. So we got her, took her home, and we kept her in a room, left her alone to be by herself, because we were like, let's have her own space. And you know, of course, we kept checking on her.
Have her acclimate to her new surroundings, pretty much.
Yeah, and we were like, okay, like she's not really active and everything. My God, Fox, Jesus, 500.
Oh my goodness! Let's go.
Gifted 500 bits. I love you too. So we were like, she wasn't being active and everything. We were like, okay, that's a little strange. So then we decided to move her to the living room, and no, don't. She's like, I could do more.
No. Yes. Do more. She deserves it. She's so nice.
So we moved her to the living room, and she started like warming up a little bit more, because like with chinchillas, they're very social animals. Like a lot of people don't understand that. They're really, really social, and they're better with another chinchilla. But we were like, it's going to be hard um with moving. So we were like, we'll get one when we move back to the mainland. So
Mhm.
we had her, and we had friends come over and see her because like a lot of people are super excited because like when we were younger, everyone wanted chinchilla because like we seen them at the store and everything and all that stuff. So the dream of seeing one like in person in a cage like that your friend has is like really different. um they came and checked on her, like come and see her and all this stuff and and everything. Well, she was still like a little nervous, kind of like keeping to herself and everything. When we checked on her, she would come up and be a little skittish. Well, then she started warming up more because like we've let her bond with us and everything, and she finally like really showed like she was happy and all that stuff. A month
Mhm.
passed. Same friends that saw her from the beginning, they came over, and she like ran up to her cage, like full face, like in them, like, "Hey, you need to come down
Aw,
here and pet me."
that's she's
And they
like,
were like,
give me
they were like,
love,
they were
give me
like,
love.
is this the same chinchilla? And I was like, yeah, it's the same one. They're like, that. There's no way. She was so
It's
like,
like,
there's no way.
did you did you replace her? Like,
Yeah, they couldn't
who
believe
are you?
it. They were really shocked, like with how like the difference between how she originally was to like now. Well, how she
Mhm.
was. She's still the same now. She's a little sassy one.
Oh. But that's really sad that like the other families just like, yeah, usually that's due to people not doing their own research before buying animals, especially like kids. They don't
Mhm.
realize like chinchillas aren't like a dog or cat. They like have special needs as well. And like you hear other stories like people who get turtles.
Mhm.
Um a lot of the time turtles will get dumped as well, no matter what state you live in. Like there's those little box turtles you people see where they kind of like hide. You're like, oh, this is boring. All it does is like hide in its shell. And like with PetSmart, they don't also give like sometimes they don't give the proper equipment to have a turtle, and so a lot of the times they end up dying.
Yeah.
It's sad. You have to do your research with animals, like really, especially like fish. When my mom had
Mhm.
fish, she got from PetSmart. They died within like 2 years because she had two beta fish. They weren't in the same tank though. They're separate. There was like three little guppies, and my mom didn't realize you don't put other fish with them, and so it ate
Ew.
them,
Oh
and they were
no.
eating the beta fish's fins. It's bad. It's bad.
My god.
It's just like you have to acclimate like certain animals together, or like you really have to research when you're getting an animal, especially one that's more exotic, like birds, rodents. It don't matter.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people like. Kids are like, oh, I want a bunny, or like, oh, I want a bird, and then they don't know how to take care of it because
Yeah.
they didn't do their research.
Yeah, we found
It's
out that
sad.
with chinchillas, they're kind of like guinea pigs in a way. Just takes
Hmm.
a little bit more because with chinchillas, you cannot get a chinchilla wet. Do not get a chinchilla
Yeah,
wet.
they can't
They will
they
build
can't
mold
be in
in
water
in their
in their fur.
fur. Um
That's why they
so
take dust baths.
yep. Kiani was like, "Can you
It's
send me
so
a dust bath
funny.
video? I want to watch it." And I was like, "Okay, here you go."
Stick around. You know what, Abby, that I really like from Kiania that reminds me of a chinchilla is her Charlotte avatar.
That's what
The
I
one
called
with the
her.
ears. I think that one is a chinchilla,
She is a
if I remember.
chinchilla.
Ah, she's so cute. I love that avatar.
I love her. Little cute little dust baths are so cute. I do. I need to take another one so everyone can see chinchilla. Nezuko just rolling
Roll
around, but usually
around,
she's just like, "Love me."
touch my fur, love me, pet me.
Yeah, my mom also stated like getting her to the mainland was scary. Yeah, that was scary too. Oof. We thought we had almost like couldn't take
Especially,
her. That was
oh,
terrifying. But
especially it's hard, especially with like you said, they like more colder climates. Like they're more, and if anything, like if they get hot, it would probably perish because they're not supposed to stay in hotter climates for too long. They
yep,
don't do well in hotter climates.
yep. But we got her here. I remember picking her up when because my mom picked me up at the airport. Went to go get her where they said that she was. I looked at her to see how
Hmm.
she was doing, and she's like, "Mom, let me out of this thing." She was like, "Help!"
Michael, don't leave me here, Michael.
It was so funny. It was like, "Help!"
She's like, get me out of here. I do not like this.
She was like, "I was
That
not a
must have been
fan."
scary though. Like
Oh yeah,
you
I was
can't take
so
the
worried.
chinchilla with you, even though like it's small and they don't make like really any noise. They just kind of. I
I
mean, they do
thought
make noise, but not.
I thought, oh, okay, I could keep her with me into the cabin. No, I found out she had to go underneath the plane, so that terrified me even
Are
more.
people allergic to guinea or not guinea pigs? Are people allergic to chinchillas?
And I
Like
was like, oh
what?
my god, like, okay. But I was like, at that point, I did not care as long as I was able to still take her. But I was like so
Mm, yeah.
terrified because like when we landed wherever I in Texas, because I did mention where I am. When we landed in Texas, the plane hit a little hard. I'm like, Nezuko, I
Oh,
hope she's okay.
let's go.
But she was fine. She was just like,
Yeah.
get me out of here.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Was she in like a carrier or was she like in like a little
Yeah,
cage?
she was in a little heavy duty plastic cage. Um
Carrier.
yeah, because we were like no mesh because like she's going underneath the plane, so she needs something sturdy. So in case like something
Because
happened,
she rolls
yeah,
or something.
yeah. Why not? They'll be getting a very worded letter from somebody. Not gonna name any
Funny
names.
enough, if I were to have like an exotic pet, I would want a raccoon. Keep telling my boyfriend we're gonna have a child raccoon. They're harder to take care of though because they're a wild animal. They don't listen like a dog. Um, they'll get into stuff. They're mischievous, they're curious, so they will figure out how to open things. They don't sleep at night. They're nocturnal. They sleep in the day. They will get into garbage. They will get in your food. That's why you have to lock things behind a child lock. And they also like small spaces. Like they like having their own like little den. There's this one account that I follow on TikTok and Instagram. They have two raccoons. One's named Luna and the other one has like a Spanish name. Um and they live in a drawer. Like they can climb into it and they like sleep there.
I
And
love
they have
that.
like a little go like a go camera, like the GoPros inside, like the night ones, and they watch them like move or do stupid stuff. And people are like, why is it such a tight home? It's like they like dens. They literally live in small spaces. That's how they
Mhm.
feel safer.
Yeah. Hey yo, I hope y'all are enjoying in Texas. I hope the bipolar weather has grown out. I used to live in Texas. I was not born here. I was raised here, so I know Texas. um,
I would want to go to Texas because I have a lot of friends, um, like on here who live in Texas. One of them being also having a boyfriend who's in the military, and she's a nurse. And then another one who just lives there as well. I have like my best friend that I had since childhood to Texas, and I was sad because I live in the West Coast.
yeah, I found out that my friend Zell, love you Zell, on my birthday,
Oh,
we were just talking cuz she was with me and um we mentioned something about one of us mentioned something about the weather, and she's like, "Oh, that's." One of us were like, "That's so funny," because it's raining over here too, and I'm like,
Oh my
and I was
god.
like,
Wait, what?
where are you?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm in Texas." I was like, "I'm in Texas too." We almost doxed each other. I was like,
Oh.
"I'm in." Wait, text me, text me now. And so we found out we're
You're
an
like, I'm not
hour away
doxing
from
myself.
each
You do it
other.
first.
We texted each other because we're like, "Oh, let's not dox each other on on stream." So
Where exactly? Yeah.
I was like, "Where?" And we found out she's like an hour away from me, so she's pretty close.
I if anyone cares, I live in Nevada. It's fucking dry, hot. And no one. I've only met one other person who lived here, and they were weird. Say where I lived, luckily, because I've been playing this game since March 29th, 2021. And I was a baby. I was a babu when I was
Mhm.
playing. And to say where exactly I lived, I just said I lived in Nevada. I live in Las Vegas. Like, ooh, it's boring out here. I wanna move. I wanna move out of uh I wanna move out of Las Vegas.
Mhm.
It's not a lot to do like out here. It gets really hot in the summer. All you can really do is go swimming. Most things are adult oriented. I'm not a clubber. I don't really drink, and I really can't yet because I I turned my birthday's coming up. I turned 21
Mhm.
soon though.
Okay, okay.
But I'm not really big or really interested in like crazy over gambling and all that. I'm not into all that.
Yeah.
No, not a party person. I plan on hopefully being able to move uh in with my boyfriend either this year or next year. I'm also seeing him hopefully in June
Ooh,
uh
exciting.
or July.
Exciting, exciting.
Because we it's to make up the fact we were supposed to see each other technically in January, but for our 3-year anniversary, because our we celebrated it, but we're gonna make it up uh during like near summertime, since he's also has bipolar weather where he lives.
Mhm.
It's great.
My mom said happy early birthday.
Oh, thank you. Your mom's so nice.
I know she was like,
It's
"I finally
Chat.
made
Chat, are you
it."
okay? Are you
Fox is
live?
here. Oh my god.
Hi, Fox.
Oh, come back.
Oh,
Screen
oh,
light.
don't die. Oh
There we
no,
go.
because
Okay,
you
we're
you
here.
lifted your headset and went.
It was like, no. Hello. Hi, hi. Fox
Hello.
also said happy
Hello.
early birthday. You got two
Thank
happy early
you.
birthdays. I'm almost
Oh,
at
I have another
520.
question.
Oh my god. What's up?
I have another question. Um, if you hit your goal of 1,000, like, do you plan on doing like any other things, like playing other VR games as well as like the ones that were mentioned, like Phasmophobia or
I can't
Gorilla Tag?
really I can't really play other games because um whatchamacallit, it's I deal with getting dizzy. So like even playing in VR chat,
Oh,
I
oh yeah, no, I know Gorilla Tag for you.
yeah, I am sitting. As we're speaking right now, I am sitting. Even when I'm in full body,
Yeah, don't
I
worry.
sit. But when I stand, I take
Yeah,
my photos and
because
then
you
I
have
sit
to.
when I need to. If I'm not feeling well at all, I will get off. Like I'm yeah. So then also flashing lights also trigger like me getting dizzy and all that stuff. So I can't really play that
Yeah.
many games.
Yeah, we should take
Sucks.
you to the zero gravity world in VR chat. You'll definitely do well there.
Oh yeah. I know my favorite video that someone made was wearing the toothless dragon meme one, the one that
Oh my
dances.
goodness. Yeah,
And
that
he literally is floating in the world laughing, and he hits himself in the world, and he's like, ah, and it starts
Oh,
laughing again. If I find, I will
oh my
post it on my
god.
server because I love that video so
That's
much.
so funny. Oh, another question.
Another
Do you
answer.
consider yourself a VTuber? Or do you just
Uh,
consider yourself like a VR streamer?
I don't know. I've I know some people consider themselves when they're live streaming. Um,
VR chat.
Fox is like, oh my god, I enjoyed that world. I didn't get I didn't get motion six from it. The zero gravity world.
Oh,
um,
that world. That world makes you like I don't get like I don't get really motion sickness from that world, but it hurts my eyes.
yeah, that will mess me up. I'm not kidding. That world will mess me up. Yeah.
Hurt my head. It made me very dizzy and hurt my head.
um,
But yeah, do you consider yourself a VTuber?
I really don't, but if other people do, then other people do. I just don't. I don't see myself. I've been told I should do VTubing.
I think you would do really good at it. I mean, it's another way where like even outside of VR chat, like even if you have like your own custom like model, like 3D model, you take it and put it as like your VTuber model and stuff. And, you know, you can like move around and play other games and stuff. So like
Hmm.
you still have like a little bit of you.
Yeah.
Um Obviously you can make it off based off of your like Ice Queen character and all that, which would be so cute.
Yep. Which I'm excited because See You Undead. She's actually gonna be, since we hit 500, she's gonna be making a server freebie for my
Aww.
server. So we'll be getting an OC. I think it's gonna be Light Ice Queen. I'm not 100% sure, or one of my other
Oh,
OCs.
that'd be so sick because then like you can wear it and other people can wear it.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd
So
be so cute.
we're definitely super excited right now. We've been talking to a lot of creators to see, like, because
I
Zephyr or
know. It's
Zephyr.
like you have people who are like, I contribute. I
Yeah.
contribute.
Yeah, we have people like, I want to help out
I
and
wanna,
everything.
I wanna contribute too, but I don't know what. I would probably have to make something from scratch. I don't know, man. I'm not. I can't. I can't really make models right now.
Mhm.
I mean, I can. I'm wearing my personal, but I'm not confident in selling models. So I'll probably do textures like eye textures based off of like your username or something, like snowflake something. Because I've made
Okay.
like snowflake stuff before.
I'll talk to
If you
her.
want, like,
I'll talk to her to see what she wants to do, cuz like I think it's going to be Light Ice Queen. I'm not 100% sure. But she also asked me a little hint that if she can make my OC um Ilana, my mushroom girly, uh
I was like, I love her. I want a mushroom Abby. I that was funny enough. Before I have like my Sona that you see now, I was gonna be a mushroom girl. I was gonna
I
be a
had to make
mushroom
her.
girl.
Also, Fox says your Abby is pretty.
Thank you. This this took me a while. Like the character design wise, it took me 2 years. 2 years before I was happy. Before I was like, I decided what like creature I wanted to be. It was either gonna be a vampire, a siren, or a succubus, and I went with the succubus because I usually go with like vampires and stuff or animals, and I still have animal ears. I have raccoon ears, so I can't toggle them on right now.
Yeah, I have to stay away from fairies. I made too many fairies of my OCs.
Dude, that was my other option. I was gonna be a fairy. I do I did have a fairy avatar based off of Melanie Martinez's
Oh, oh.
uh whole has something to do with a person, Voldemort, that that shall not be named. That's why I don't wear it.
Mm.
Um, I want to revamp the model one day though. Like that character, like I still like it, but I want to make it myself.
Yeah,
My little nymph version of my Sona.
yeah. And we did talk about maybe doing a collab post or collab uh art of our succubus.
Yes, yes, and I'm so happy that you bought my little succubus tattoo, my
Yes,
little
yes.
succubus mark that I made. I love that one. That one is one of my favorites that I've made. I do have another pack where it's like 3, but my favorite one I've made was that one. And
Mhm.
then the one that's on my avatar, you can't see it because of the skirt, but it's there. It's my logo. Fun fact, my logo that's on my store is my succubus mark in the background. Because I was like, oh, that's so cool. Before I was like, oh, I should just add like my horns, because like the hearts and stuff. And I'm like, no, succubus mark. That makes so much sense. Because, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna commission her again to make our a succubus with art
hmm
of them together because it'd be fun.
Hugging, hugging, hugging. They're not
They're
gonna be
they're
gay. They're
yeah, no,
hugging.
no gay. No gay.
No gay, just they're
They're
hugging.
they're best
They're
friends.
just
Canon.
friends. They're best friends. Yes, they're best friends. They come from the same universe now. It's canonized.
Yes, yes,
They're
yes.
in the same universe.
I have lore for all of my OCs. I actually added some not too long ago for her because
Oh,
I wanted her to be
funny
a
enough,
little different.
I have lore of my Sona and my boyfriend's Sona together as well. I know you and your husband have a thing. Me and my friend also have a little thing as well.
Mhm.
Um, she does have lore. I'll probably. I won't. I'm not gonna lore drop right now. But she does have lore. She
It's
does have
there.
lore. I do want to. I have full body, and I do plan on making kind of like a little movie, hopefully, eventually, like a storytelling. Because I want to get into VTubing, and I want to make like kind of like a little movie mixed with my normal art and VR of like my Sona and stuff.
Fox was
I
like,
really want to
Lord
get
drop,
into
Lord drop,
VTubing.
Lord drop.
You want you does everyone like are you guys actually interested in a lore drop? Do you like I feel like it's not even the time. Do you do lore drop? I don't know if anyone's interested.
Put a hype in
It's for you,
chat
silly
for
Katie.
Lord drop. Only if you want to
If
share.
not, it's okay.
Only if you want to share.
I
It's what she
want to
said.
share. I want to share, but so if everyone's interested, I don't want bored people. It's like, can you get married and then you have a happily after? I want to share. It's if anyone is actually interested.
Yes.
I'm interested.
I, I'm
Okay,
interested.
say I if you're interested. Put a 1 in chat if you're interested.
What about
Spam 1.
a hype emote for
Yeah, hype.
that
Use hype. Use the hype, bro. Use the hype.
one? They also put a one.
1 hype. I don't know.
Do it.
Either one.
Okay, yeah, people are wanting it.
Yeah, let's go. So my character, I'm not gonna like give the whole Bible because it's literally a Bible. I'll give like the synopsis, the summary, or I guess. My character, she is a multi-dimensional succubus who, in that universe, they go in. If you know what succubus do, uh, they uh, they do the silly with men at night. Um, if you don't know what the silly is, you're too young. Leave.
When a mommy and
They do
daddy
the
love
they
each other.
each other very much. Yeah, her species, they go to not just like one dimension, they go to like multiple to do their job, and that's how they get their energy pretty much, like that's what keeps them alive. is from doing the silly, is how like they feed. But my Sona, she wasn't born. She didn't have like parents. Obviously, she's a spawn. So I guess she has quote unquote a parent, which would be like the demon lord, demon king. Um, but my Sona, she is not like other girls, not like other demons. um, she doesn't want to be a part of her like what's signed to her. She wants to do something more. She wants to draw. Like she wants to explore the world and not have to worry about it and doing the silly with people. She wants to find actual love. She doesn't want to just have like empty love where like it doesn't have really any meaning. The only sad part is to still do what she needs to do to keep herself alive. And funny enough, she runs away, but she also not just runs away to go like explore, but after that, when she goes home, Demon King was like, "You suck at doing your job. You haven't been doing your job. You're banished." So she gets banished into a random dimension. And she's not allowed back unless she proves herself or whatever. But again, she doesn't mind getting banished because she doesn't like her job. She doesn't like being forced to go around and has to feed and like do the silly with random people. And so she ends up in a cyberpunk world, which is kind of starts tying into my boyfriend's story because his character is um like fantasy, modern fantasy pretty much, and like cyberpunk universe in his. Um she doesn't know where she is. She doesn't know how to take she isn't street cyberpunk smart. She's not from that universe. And so my boyfriend's character comes in is like cuz his character is like a hitman. He's a husky as well. And there's like a whole fun lore with that. Finds her, takes her in cuz he's like, "What who are you?" Cuz she doesn't look like she's from there. Takes her in, have like cute moments where like um other people in his universe find out about her and want to experiment on her because she's not from the other world and they want to like tap into other universes to take it over and digitalize it. So he's like protecting her and then kind of start slowly but surely becoming like friends. And then when they kind of get feelings, so it's a love story. I love romance. Um And like, though the other thing is in the story, her energy is depleting because again, she has to do the silly to survive. And in one part of the story, they have to do the silly together to survive. And then that's where like more love blossoms, and then she becomes an artist. And she also, fun fact, has a corgi hellhound named Twinkie. And she was able to take him with them because I love corgis. I want a corgi in real life and name it Twinkie. So that's her little hellhound, and he's also a puppy boy, and he can turn into like an actual like giant like dog. He's not a werewolf. He's not like man wolf. He's literally will just turn into a giant husky,
Kind of like
and she'll go on
Cerberus
walks with them. Yeah, like a
kind of a thing.
Cerberus. Um, and so like eventually, like story will like climax like they kind of like obviously they never really defeat um they really never defeat the people who are like trying to kidnap her, like the cybernetic people. And then she obviously has the demon king who's like watching her and like trying to convince her like you have to force yourself to be a part of this role. This is you want. She's like, no, it's not. Shut up. And so like, you know, the upper after because and they cute. There's like a whole thing where they confess their feelings and stuff, and because at first they're like, "Oh, I'm a demon." Like at first he was confused. Like the way she explains her like what she is. He's like, "Oh, you can't really love at first," and she's like, "No, I mean I want love." And then they eventually it's like they work out. She's like, "I can love. I'm not letting what I am control me and just dictate like that's what I want to do." So they live happily ever after at the end.
I
That's
love
my lore
it.
of my character. It's a
Yeah.
lot of lore.
All
It's
loving
a lot
this
of lore.
lore.
No,
All love this corgi hellhound. So it
Twinkie.
fucked
I
in.
I have I have Bear Trap's little corgi. I want to add my little demon horns or different ones to it, and so I can like also be able to pick it up and be like, okay, it's my doll.
Look at him.
This is Twinkie.
Oh, I wish I had lore for my avatars. That's why the fun
I
thing
mean,
is
you
coming up
can.
with
I
your own.
I love writing stories. Like not like besides art is my passion. I also should say I'm at college grade of writing in class. I did really well in writing. So I really like writing stories as well. So combining writing and art. I would love to make a comic. I do plan on making a comic strip, two of them. I'm making a Ko-fi to put them behind because it's gonna be the my characters in the one scene where they have to do the silly.
Make a
Do the
webtoon.
silly.
Is what they said.
Yes. They have to do the silly and I'm making a comic of it. It's not gonna be like raunchy. I want it to be kinda like pretty.
Yeah.
But also at the same time it's like dramatic. It's like she has to do it. Sound like, oh, just spicy just for the sake of it. It is, but it isn't at the same time. It's like a little bit of the lore because I want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I can.
Fox asked if they can cuddle Twinkie.
You can cuddle Twinkie. He don't bite. He is dramatic. He thinks he's a big tough El Macho dog. When if you know what corgis look like, they're not tough El Macho dogs. They're stubby, cute with a butt.
Yes. And they said if you do, I'm so reading it, adding it to my favorites.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do I wanna do that as kinda like the test run. And I would eventually wanna make again like a little movie or like I would like to do like a slideshow kinda like animatic. I can't animate. Animation takes a long time. I would love to, but my brain cells it's I don't have patience. But if I can like put it in a kind of like a I could do comics, VR, kind of like do mixed versions of it. I think that would be cool to do the lore where I can like kind of do mixed media with what I have, you know?
Mhm.
Like full body would be cool or like acting it out or like doing both, like mixing like like explaining the story in VR with one half to kind of portray it better and then like half of it I can do animation, like animatic, not animation. You know what I mean?
I
Same
love
thing,
it.
yes.
I love the idea.
It'd be cool. That's something I plan. That's like plans I want to do.
Yeah, whenever I make my avatars, because all of my OCs will become avatars.
Avatars.
Yeah.
I've asked you that. I remember. I'm like, you're gonna make all your characters and avatars. I
Oh
want to
yeah.
do that. I want to make avatars of like my OCs for like. I want to make them for myself. Maybe eventually I'll like sell them if like I like them. I
Mhm.
fear. Sorry, I'm drinking water. I fear
Okay.
selling them because I don't want my characters to be ripped or anything. Like I don't mind people having like their own interpretation of a character because that's the point of an avatar is like customizing and I did that a lot. My first avatar was from Darcy of her Neek's avatar and I made like a whole love story between them and that kind of spawned and made the spin-off of my character and my Like his is a cyberpunk character with his first avatar. Mine was a fantasy. So I just fear like my stuff, my characters being ripped and stuff and ripped apart. But that's just a part of it. You really can't do anything when people rip your stuff. It'll happen.
Yeah.
But I would want to make avatars and like
Yeah.
with my characters.
Yeah. I like making characters because I do want to make more. I have to actually make one for, I don't know if anyone knows, Lux Nova, a big VR group that does all the dancing and performances. I'm with them because I'm a photographer. Uh
Mm-hmm.
and gonna be making an OC for that community. And all their stuff is, it's kind of like, the best way to describe it is kind of like Treasure Planet. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a kind of the mixture of that. So I have to make a character based off of that, which is going to be super fun. So thinking of ideas and everything, and also with making avatars, I can be able to change how my OC, like, because all of my OCs are cosplay OCs, except for one of
Mm-hmm.
them. Well, yeah, no, I just turned her in. She just got her art done recently, but
I always wanted to cosplay, but I'm. I mean, like you could cosplay still, even with a tight budget, but
yep.
I can't. I can sew, but I can't. And I'm very limited with that. What I have, man. A lot of my OCs are kind of complicated. They're not like simple.
Yeah,
I
that
like detail.
I had to be simple when I was creating them. But now, like with
Because you'll
VR
work with
chat,
what you have.
I can make whatever I want.
Literally,
Um.
you can literally become your OC.
Mhm.
There's this one OC I would want to make and sell. She's my site. She's a TV cat character. She has like a TV for her head, and like the rest of it's like a cat. And her name's Tech. She has her own like lore. I'm not gonna lore drop her. Oh my god, we'd be here all night. I have so many OCs. I have so many, but she's pretty much like she wears like modern like regular clothes. She'll be so easy. She has like a little hoodie, thigh highs, and like shoes. And she's obviously a cat. It was like a little plug for a tail. I feel like she would do well,
Mhm.
but I also worry she would just get stolen, ripped,
Yeah.
and taken. Which, but no, it's a blessing and a curse. I think all avatar creators and asset creators and texture creators, it's weird. It's a double like edged sword. It's like, oh, my stuff is good enough for you to like, like take like people rip, but it's also really sad because you're losing out on profit, and people are just again they're ripping it. They don't actually appreciate what you're doing. They're just like, here it is for free, even though you put all your work into it. So it's sucky. It's sad.
Yeah. It really is. But they have their community that was able to keep supporting them and
Yeah,
everything.
they're always you. There's not really a lot you can do. I mean, DMCA it's like if he no one really wants to go through the legal process. It's expensive, and not really everyone can afford it. But you're always going to have people who will actually buy and support your stuff. I mean, it's the same thing with like just regular drawing. Um, you have people who will trace or steal your art and claim it's theirs. It's the same thing. Or again, with the whole AI stuff, they'll feed it into a generator. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You just have to have the passion to continue. There's always going to be people who will want to purchase from you and support artists. Like, if you're an artist out there, any of you, don't be discouraged by the AI stuff. Yeah, it's sucky, but you also should be doing it for yourself. It sucks that you can't like if the job market's already hard enough with AI, but as long as you're enjoying it and you're putting in the time, there's always going to be people who like it. Because I used to be one of those people who are like, no one's. I feel like no one likes my art. I feel so small with like how big the market is. I'm like, there's people like, I fucking love your art. Sorry, I'm not. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear in Twitch.
You can.
They're like, I love your art. I love your art. You know, it's so pretty. I'm like, I'm so glad. I love my art. I used to actually hate my art. I don't know, like I started liking my art more because I started drawing in the way I want to draw and what I like. I think that's the biggest thing to also not get caught up in is drawing things to please others. Like fan art is a good way to get out there. But if you start getting yourself stuck where only people expect you to draw fan art instead of you want to draw like stuff, it's a whole heavy like rope to walk. It's like yeah, draw, but might if you want to take art seriously and like get you a following, yeah, you should draw things like popular out there. But also don't forget to draw for yourself and like at the end of the day, it should like be something you enjoy.
Mm. Fox is asking if you take art commissions.
I do take art commissions. Right now, they are closed because I'm still getting a couple others done. But I also did up my prices a bit since I've said this like early in stream. I did up my prices. They're not too bad. They're not like $1,000. They're still affordable. So if you're interested in my art, I have like Ice Queen. She linked my PayHip store in the description. But if you go onto my PayHip and go onto the bottom part of the description, I have my card where it has all of my prices, my TOS, and if you're curious about seeing some of my art, all my social medias are in there as well. If you want an example of my work, um, I will post when I'm available for commissions, and if any of you see me in the server, in like Ice Queens or any like Avatar server, um I will post usually in my description as well in my Discord whether or not I'm open for commissions, and I will also say it on social media if I'm available. So I'll let you know. So yes, I do commissions.
Time to save up for commission in the future. Is what they said.
Yeah, yeah. I did. I did revamp my card a little bit. It wasn't too much of a crazy change. Just like updated colors. I do plan on adding a little bit more to it. Like my sheet, adding like examples, but I have to, I have to get them done.
Someone
Oh,
got
it's
me
gonna take
addicted
me
to
forever.
art.
I I need a shirt that just says I have an addiction to art drawing. It's bad. I draw in my free time. I draw as my job. I draw for textures on here. It's nonstop art. I do take breaks. Don't worry. I don't like draw myself to death. Okay, I'm not Picasso. I'm not depressed or anything or troubled. Maybe I don't know. I love drawing. It's my form of therapy. Art is a really good therapy. I draw things that I wish I had or I look like. Or it's just I like making things. I like making pretty things. So
yeah, I love commissioning
it's
artists
mainly what I do.
because like everyone has like
Good. Good. I
different
think
styles and everything, so it's nice to have like so many different emotes. Like all of my server emotes are going to be changed into different artists. You'll see same
yeah.
similar like same ones, but
In
that's okay.
this household we pour art. AI art is not art. It's gross.
Get that
It's
out of
art.
here.
Gross.
Gross.
If you like AI art, get out. Go away. Get out of here.
There's the door. Door.
There's two doors. There's the back door, and then there's the front door all the way over there.
So yeah, that's why I finally took the time to add all the art that I have people on my in my uh Twitch. So that way in my about page you could see all of the artwork and all the people I credited. So
I in my page, if anyone makes fan art for me, I put all the fan art that is made of my Sona and like other fan arts. in my PayHips description. I have a little art gallery of like art pieces that were made for me. Because something about like the perception of my character where every time I draw her, I'm just like, oh, she's just so cute. And people make her hot. And I'm just like, what? How? Like, I was giving kind of that vibe, but more so like also cute at the same time. People draw her hot, and I'm like, why? Just looks cute. Like, I look cute. I don't. People yassify her, and I'm like, what? What? So weird seeing. Like, I love seeing my Sona in different art styles. I love seeing people have a different take on like my other characters too. I also do art trades as well. Cough, cough, sniff.
Cough, cough, sniff. Just
I do like art trades. They're fun.
Look, a butterfly.
Oh my god, it's a butterfly. Oh, my headset. It's jiggly.
We're almost 2
lagging.
hours, so probably should end stream
We're
here.
We're two.
Almost 2
We're
hours.
2 hours?
An hour and 44 minutes.
I'm sorry. I blab. I blab. I don't know if you're entertained, but I blab. Do we fill it in with questions? Anyone have questions?
Yeah, we'll let this run for 5 more minutes. So any last questions or anything else you want to say, go ahead and echo and let it all out.
Yeah, wait. Or forever hold your peace.
But yeah, I don't have any more plans for any creators or anything coming up soon. But if you do want to see me interview anybody, either send me their stuff or send them to me. Is probably like the best other.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be asking 2 people if they're interested. Let's go.
My DMs will
Oh
be
yeah,
open.
I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
Is there anybody in particular that you really want to interview really badly?
Everyone is about
Do you want
the
to pick
same.
their brain of?
I love to interview anybody. I've already talked to Kiani. Right now she's busy, but she's down for it. So Kiani will be coming up soon. Another person.
Let's see about Darcy.
Another person I talked to was Kozu. Kozu said that she's a little too nervous, so she's.
Oh my god, I love Kozu's stuff. Kozu makes good stuff.
She was really curious, but she's a little scared too. So she's like, probably not for me. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, that is completely fine. You do not have to be interviewed if you don't want to. That is fine.
Yeah, not everyone's cut out for camera.
Yeah, and then last but not least, another person I talked to was Saturnus. I talked to him about getting interviewing him. He is interested right now. He's just busy as well. So I have people that are really wanting to be interviewed, but it's just busy.
Yeah.
And I've been reaching out to people too. So
do you also plan on doing any kind of like other kind of podcasts where you just kind of talk about different things as well, like a VR chat community, like having kind of like not just like avatar stuff, like even like world creation or like kind of like different things that go on in the community as well, like community events, like the like kind of like not clubs, but like people who make groups, like specific groups, like would you want to talk about people who do like ASL or like, you know, the Trans Academy, like stuff like that? Would you like talk about stuff like that as well? About people?
I really want to interview world creators. I really want to interview them.
God, that'd be sick. Like Sam and Camilla, who made this world.
I want to interview them. God. I also really want to pick. I don't know. It'll probably be hard.
Oh, the organism world.
Yeah, I really want to interview them. It'll be hard.
Oh my God, dude,
I want to pick their brain.
I love that world.
All of their worlds.
Yeah, I want to know
I want to pick their brain.
I want to be there. I want to be there, man. I love that world. That's like their worlds are the only worlds where I feel truly like it gives me a weird vibe. Like it gives I feel immersed into it though. It's like
It
oddly
tells a
comforting, but
story.
it tells a story, but like it gives me kind of like Backrooms vibes. Like it has that kind of I don't know. It's not like scary. I'm not scared. Like it's kind of comforting, but like I feel immersed in it because it's like it's weird but familiar at the same time.
Yeah,
I know they
like
created a new world. I heard
ritual.
it like it's
Whew,
really cool. I want to go. Yeah, I want to go to it.
whew. It's a big
I
world.
want to do it. I want to do it with you after stream if you're available.
After stream, I have to go take out my dogs and feed them.
Ah,
Um,
me. Probably some other time then.
yeah, definitely some other time. I'll definitely will be down for it. But yeah, I checked out Ritual. Is actually, oh my god, it's a huge world. Literally, in total, it took about 5 hours
Oh yeah.
to complete that whole thing.
Sign me
And
up.
also, organism and epilogue. Uh, those worlds are big. This one is 10 times
Mhm.
bigger, and there's so many more different
Oh
locations to
god.
go to. We
Oh
have not
goodness.
completed like full, like we finished like the story, like the whole beginning to end type of thing. But oh, it is huge. And there are some parts that did trigger me. I have a fear of deep water.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
thalassophobia.
that one, my friends were able to take me like to be able to move me without seeing it, and also like some of the flashing also happens as well. So there is some stuff that is in there.
Flashing lights. Yeah.
Um,
If you are epileptic or like are sensitive to light, I would be careful of certain like worlds like that organism and then like the epilogue, some of the visuals like they have like TV static and stuff if you can't handle it. I'd
mhm.
be careful to avoid it.
Yeah,
Or just like have caution and stuff.
yeah. D says hello, and your brother says you. Ew. Get
Hello.
out of here.
I think another one would be cool. Um is the people who make like to interview for Worldwise is like the game worlds. Like the person who made Smile Room or people who make like Char who makes Anarchy, the what is it? Stand Up Anarchy or whatever, that one, and then
hmm
Murder and all that would be cool.
Yeah, I would love to interview any world creator. Um, I
But
like.
Sam, if you get Sam, the person who made this world and like the other ones, oh my god, I would be so happy.
Yeah,
I want to know like their process and stuff.
yeah. Fox also mentioned Wispy Woo. That one would be really fun to interview.
Oh
Finn would be a
yeah.
good one to interview. Yeah, I would love to any creator, any world creator that wants to be interviewed. Or I would also love to talk to Von Est. I don't know if you've seen any of their worlds, like or more anime themed worlds. I would love to
Oh
pick their
yeah.
brains too on that. But the biggest one is definitely Doctor Morrow. I think that's how you pronounce his name. The one that made the organism and epilogue.
I don't know if they speak
Yeah, that's why
English or if
I
they
know
do.
they speak. I think they're
It'd be
Russian.
cool. I think you can probably if you can find someone who can translate both Russian to English as well. I mean, you can still do it. You just have to
hmm
find somebody to have like an interpreter pretty much. So you like that you ask the person like the interpreter the question, say it in Russian, they talk, speak it back to you.
Yeah,
So you don't have to use Google Translator.
yeah. But
But it
yeah,
would
no,
be so sick.
I would
That'd be such a
love
cool
to do
interview
that
to do.
because I mentioned the idea of talking to world creators, and a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, that would I would love to see that."
Like that's another thing no one really likes to talk to. It's like usually it's only mentioned in videos too. It's like if we like that's another I feel like miss opportunity and misunderstood is also people who do videography as well would be cool to talk to. People who do VR chat movies. And then also
Dizzy?
worlds. Like those are like without them. Disney, oh my god, did you watch their
Yes.
Strawn one?
Yes.
I keep watching it. I keep watching it.
Oh,
But
I would love to interview Dizzy.
that would be sick.
What's
That'd be
his
sick. But like I feel like those people either don't really get love, even though they're like also a very big part of the community. Is the people who make movies and then the people who make worlds. Literally, if they didn't exist, we wouldn't have pretty worlds like this or a blog. We wouldn't have any like worlds that make you have an evoke a feeling. I love people who make worlds like this because again, it's comforting. You have comfort. Scary. Like it's cool. I feel like they don't get enough appreciation, even though they're such a big integral part of the community.
Yeah, that's why I kind of get it
Um,
started on the avatar creators because like obviously the content
again,
creators, they make
they wear the
content,
model.
wear the model and everything, but like nothing about
They're the
behind
person.
the
What about the
scenes
person? Yeah, the
that
person
made that
who
model.
works on the
Yeah.
model.
So like that's why it kind
Because
of got
again, model.
started of on that was
I hate the. I don't hate, but I don't like the people who dog on others for doing kit bashing and stuff. It's still a form of art. There's people who like it still takes a lot of consideration. Like, yeah, this is kit bash model, but like I had a whole character sheet made. I did edit one of my outfits. I'm not wearing it right now, but I added like little stars to it so it kind of like matched together. Like there's still parts and bits that you can add on to yourself. Yes, scratch models are so cool. I would love to make things from scratch. But not everyone has the ability to. Like I'm not very smart with the fuck or like the damn like Unity and like Blender. I'm still learning. But like again, kit bashing and then like model making is like very cool. And it's nice that people can make it into their job. Especially I know a lot of people I know you've interviewed a couple of people who have a disability or like they can't obviously work because of it, like you streaming, and they can make avatars and stuff. Like it's cool. Like for
Mhm.
me right now, I don't have a real life job, like a normal job right now. I have like some personal stuff going on. So me doing commissions, me um making textures is my way of kind of like working. Eventually I want to do also get into kind of like the content creation. Not probably necessarily streaming. I want to do like VTubing with art and stuff and talking about art topics or just like different things.
Yeah.
Using my model that you see. This funny enough, this is the first time I've revealed this model in VRChat. It's new. It's for 2
She's so
years in this new game.
pretty.
It's not my only
She's so
model.
pretty.
Oh wait, I can do a fit check. Hold on. I'll show my whole model because I know some
Go
people have done that.
right over here. You'll see it
Yeah.
better.
So
Oh no, wait. Let me just move camera.
yeah. Okay. So this is one of my outfits on my model. I have long braids. Uh, it's like my some of my inspirations for my character were Jinx from Arcane. I love braids. Funny enough, I do have a Jinx tattoo on my back. I don't know if I could show the back. I have booty. Um, but I have a little bit of a Jinx tattoo on my avatar. That was one of my inspirations. Funny enough, the horns. Charlotte was my inspiration from Kiani. Saw these horns. I'm like, I need these horns. I need these horns. Um, and then one of my other inspirations was definitely a lot of Darcy models. I literally look like a Darcy model. This is literally Darcy's base. Go buy it. It's $15. If you want to learn how to do avatar creation, get this base. If you want an alternative besides Zinpia or like Panda and stuff, it's a nice alternative. Hair, Darcy. Head, body, Darcy. Cupcake. Can't remember the name of this creator, but these two, the sweater and then the skirt are from it. The belt's from Vin's. Can't remember the shoes are from. You know what? I'll make a whole thing eventually where I show my characters and I'll have a panel. But yeah, this is my outfit. It's one. I hope you like it. I hope it's Picasso.
Yeah, Fox said love the fit.
Thank you. I was going for like kind of pastel goth. That's like my big aesthetic. Because I love pastel goth things. You could probably see it. The shoes, and then I was also kind of going for like a Y2K-ish look.
Mhm.
Ish. But yeah, it's my avatar. I hope you like it, Picasso.
A Picasso.
Miss it out.
Now we gotta set up camera again.
Stick drift. Stick
There we
drift. Oh. I need new controllers. I'm sorry.
I know.
I was frozen in place.
Literally during the Avatar showcasing, I always stick drift. So hopefully soon I'll have new controllers.
Oh my god. I don't even know how much controllers are anymore. But hey, if you want to commission me, the money is going towards getting new controllers. Cause oh my god. I'm sorry. Drifting. Stop. Please. I say I'm a Roomba. I'm in the table. I ruined immersion. Hold on.
Didn't happen.
Lock myself. I'm locked.
Didn't happen. I don't know what you
place.
mean.
Okay. Yeah, I know. This is a real table.
Yeah.
Though funny enough, I accidentally tried placing my actual water on here and I dropped my water bottle. Like, you didn't hear it?
You're the second person that did that because LPV also did it too.
It's so funny. I hate it. There'll be times where like I smack like an actual like this table, and I smacked like my nightstand. And I'm like, what? Oh,
Oh.
it's not real. Or I'm like, I like get up and like walk, like I have to like go do something, and I run into somebody. I feel like I was actually gonna run into them. Like, oh yeah, I can't. I only stick my. You're not corporeal.
Yeah, the first time I was in full body, I did my first showcase. All I did was walk because that's all I needed. Ran it straight into the desk.
I know you said you were a desktop user for 3 years. I was like a desktop user for 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the pain. I remember I'm like, I could take photos. Dear chat, don't kill me. When mods were around, I had the mod camera and I would use that. I was use the camera mod to take photos.
Mm-hmm.
And that was how I would take pictures. Back then I was like, I started 2021. It's like before Go Loco even. So I had to get creative with what I had and the fake camera that it had before that update came out. So like I would take photos on there. I still have a lot of those photos. I can send them like how they sit. There's like certain avatars that had like preset poses before like Go Loco came out.
Thank you,
But once
Kiani.
Go Loco came out, I found like creative ways to take pictures. Yes, Kiani, oh my gosh. Like Go Loco saved my life. And then your poses that she does. I remember I also would take a lot of photos in her avatars using not Go Loco, but the little poses she would make. I remember I posted those as well. And that was when I was desktop as well. That was cool.
Yep. Kiani came in clutch on that.
I love Kiani.
And then I became...
Dude, she thinks of everyone. Half body, full body, Quest users, desktop.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
A godsend. A godsend.
What was your first Kiani model? Do you remember?
It was both Charlotte and Esther. It was both of them.
Oh, that's cool.
But like,
mine
that was my paid those.
Fun.
Those were the paid ones.
Mm-hmm. My favorite was her Talia avatar, her public one. Funny enough, I found I found it out. It was sadly ripped, because it was sold at the time still. But someone ripped it and put it at one of those like just random Avatar worlds or whatever. And I told her like, oh yeah, there's like this world that like ripped her. She's like, oh thank you, and I have like there's a drawing on her server I did of Talia because that was like my first model from her. My first bot model from her was her deer avatar, Lucy, I believe her name was.
I think so.
Yeah, I still have her. That was my first avatar from her bot, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, the first
Favorite
one
are like her. I like her realistic models, but I more like her cute stuff. I like cutesy things. I like anime stuff.
I think my first public one was her. What's her name? It started with a G. She had
Gemma?
Yeah, her. That was my first public one from her.
Yeah, she was pretty. I remember all the like butterflies.
I'm a sucker for
She has good models.
She does.
I love her. I love her avatar world. Her avatar world is so pretty.
That's the world that I'm like, if like dream that.
Yeah.
Fantasy,
Very
nature, cozy.
I know she got that commission from Sam, the person who made
Same
this world
creator
as
that made
well.
this world too. Yep. I love it. I
Sam
love
makes
it so
such
much.
good worlds. My homeworld, funny enough, right now is the cozy cabin. That used to be like my homeworld for a long time, and then I made this my homeworld, and I would switch. I use a lot of Sam's worlds.
Same, because it's
Sam,
instant quest.
if you're out there in the universe, please, 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 DM her.
I will figure out questions.
Hal or the creator.
I will figure out questions for like world creators.
There's some creative ones, like how long does it take to make worlds?
Yeah, I'm curious on how long.
World creation is my passion instead of graphic design. Those like worlds that kind of like just a box. It's like world creation is my passion, but instead it's graphic design is my passion. It's like a really poorly made design. We all start somewhere.
Yep.
Digital art is my passion. Insert traced artwork of a character. We all start somewhere.
Literally any person, like if you talk to a creator or anything and they want to be interviewed, just send them my way. Because like I think might be like my name might be known for like the interview person,
avatar
asset texture,
and you too. I think you're almost like you're like so nice too, and you're like a little blip in the community. You're like, I'm here, I exist, I'm here.
I know everyone's
I love people like that.
Your name is everywhere, and I recognize it, and it's always good stuff.
Though when I first heard your name, I thought it was Lettuce Queen.
I love it.
I have bad eyes. I still have the arts and fandoms in my name. I did switch it to Artemis.fbx, but I'm like, people are like, who are you? So I stick to arts and fandoms because no one has that name. So that's why I still use both interchangeably. People call me Arts for short because the Artemis and Arts, it works. But people called me Arts and the thing you put on a hot dog. People called me that for protection. The thing you put on a hot dog. People called me Arts and that. And then a lot of the lower nether regions of a man is what people would accidentally call my username of. My first username was Nutjob Hazel Smalls. My brother made my Steam username because I didn't know how to do it. And you could see why that was bad. But here's the thing. I didn't create the name either. My mom made my Gmail name that way.
Ah.
I'm like, Mom, you did this to me. Now it's you like I can't not use it because it's creative and it's the only one I remember. Kill me.
Fox said, okay, back to work for me. You ladies have a beautiful rest of your night. Bye, Fox.
Good night. Thank you for stopping by.
Which we were supposed to.
It's been. It was supposed to be 5 more minutes. So it's 2 hours.
It's
Is
been
it 2
20
hours?
minutes.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Fox, stop it! It doesn't mean to give bits before you leave.
No, keep giving, but also
she's like,
your
before
your
I
wallet,
poof,
please.
before I poof.
But your wallet, bro, your wallet. Gosh, but yes, give her love, Everyone keep following her. By the way, keep upping 500. Make her go 1,000. If people can reach 1,000 by the end of this year, I'll explode.
You hurt me. We both will.
No, like I'll make a thing on my avatar while I explode.
Everyone show these
That'd be
two
hilarious
beautiful
to do.
ladies love, please and thank you. You too, Fox.
Thank you.
You
I
deserve
can't
love
do a
too.
heart, so I do it. Thank
Heart.
you. All of you are kind. You can't do like the Korean heart because Quest Hand's stupid.
Dumb. Just throw your controller.
If I do that, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
I'm going the other way.
You're going with it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think I'll probably end my stream here.
Yeah, I've been blabbing for almost 2 hours.
Thank you for joining me on my stream. I hope you had fun.
No
hanging
problem.
Out.
I did. Thank you for interviewing me. I appreciate it.
Of course. And thank you guys for tuning in with
Also,
us. Also,
congrats on 500.
Thank you. I still figuring out details for the subathon, so be tuned for that. People are telling me to do it on Easter.
That'd be good.
And then I looked what day it
That'd be
lands
cool.
on. Lands on 420.
You do like a virtual Easter egg hunt. I don't freaking know. You can like leave hints of what the avatar looks like. It's like a little Easter egg hunt through the subathon.
It also lands on 420.
I don't know, ideas. Yes,
but I
thank you
do.
guys for stopping by.
I do like the Easter egg hunt thing. I'm gonna write that down.
That'd be cool. Write that down.
Write that down. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. No plans for this week. If you're in my server, I'll definitely make a big update when I do have another creator interview with whoever.
Yes.
But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next stream. Bye-bye. Bye.
Goodbye.